Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Khairunnisa binti Mohamad, and inshallah in this video, my group will be presenting about 5 traditional and present or modern methods of teaching Islamic education. So we go to the first traditional method, which is teacher-centered. This method make the teacher as the expert in charge of imparting Islamic knowledge to students, and the instruction also occurs frequently with the whole class. This means the teacher leads the activity and provides necessary information and presented it to the student who are expected to passively receive the knowledge being presented. For the students, they will put all of their focus on the teachers. While in modern methods of Islamic education, which is learner-centered, the students take ownership of what they learn and they discover the new information given and come up with solution. In this method, the teacher is still the classroom authority figure but function as more of a coach or facilitator as students embrace a more active and collaborative role in their own learning.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will continue with the second method of Islamic education teaching method, which is subject specific knowledge for the traditional method and subject specific and skill based knowledge for the modern method. So what is subject specific knowledge for the traditional method? Subject specific knowledge is when the course materials are selected based on the curriculum, and the main objective of this method is student mastery the content of the knowledge. But for the subject specific skill based knowledge, the teacher more focus on learning location, which is the teacher can teach the student inside the school or also outside the school, and the student also can learn inside the school and outside the school. So we can see the variety of how the teacher teach the student, and the teacher also teach their student a specific skill, so the student can get the knowledge and also can get the skills. When the student get the knowledge and the skills, the student can practice more of the knowledge. And for the third method of Islamic education teaching method is one-way transfer of knowledge. So what is one-way transfer of knowledge? One-way transfer of knowledge is one-to-one transfer of knowledge between two entities in person. So the two entities in person is the teacher and the student. So the teacher will transfer the knowledge to the student, and this is one-way transfer of knowledge. Only the teacher transfer the knowledge to the student. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Modern teaching method have multi-way transfer of knowledge. Teacher have versatile way to transfer the knowledge to the student. For example, teaching Islamic education not only focusing on the one-to-one learning, but also they can emphasize on the other techniques for transferring knowledge. For instance, teacher can use multiple activities such as brainstorming, think, pair, share, buzz session, and many more activities that include teacher-student interaction and student-student interactions. Next, the traditional teaching method is a passive and limited. It means that during the class, students' mindset is passive, which is they only accept the teaching materials into their mind without discussing the materials with the member of the classroom. So, questioning perceptions and assumptions are not justified, which is the students do not have the opportunities to question the teacher as the class emphasizes on the passive classroom or passive learning. While the modern teaching method really emphasizes on the interactive and engaging style in classroom session, it is all about instructing the students to be actively involved with their learning process. For example, the teacher raises an issue related to Islam and the students in the class discuss on how to solve the problem, or they express their opinion on that problem. Encourage students to be active in the class, thinking on their own, using their brain will result on long-term memory retention. Not only the students' knowledge will improve, but their interest, strength, knowledge, and freedom of expression will increase as well. Teachers also can use audio visuals audio, visuals and videos to make the student engage in the learning session, as students nowadays really loves it.
The last traditional method in Islamic education teaching usually focusing on theoretical approach. In this method, teachers will focus on the core concept of the topics. Students receive clear basis knowledge through lectures, direct instructions and exercises, meaning that students will be tested through exercises given in the class to see their understanding on related topics. And for the last modern Islamic education teaching method, it is conceptual and practical. Through this method, practical teaching and learning process at some point implicates students in observing or manipulating real subjects and materials. For example, teachers teach the contents and students will be given the opportunity to explore the real-life situation regarding the contents. In conclusion, there are 5 traditional and modern Islamic education teaching methods that have been explained in this presentation. We hope it will provide understanding of these methods. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.